Honestly, it felt like a dream. It was walking out there, the audience at the Her Universe fashion show. It's this experience where you are there with your people who understand what you are trying to say with your garments. And so it's like walking out into the most supportive family and friends.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations on your win. How was the Her Universe fashion show?
It was an unforgettable experience, to say the least.
And can you tell us a little bit about your inspiration behind the garment? I know people have seen the video, we've seen pictures, we've obviously seen you win, but tell us a little bit about the history of your design.
Sure. So my design was inspired by a 1986 vinyl record called Totally Minnie that I had as a kid. And Minnie and the 80s, in my mind, they just go together. And we're seeing so many more 80s fashions starting to come up on the runways with the 80s revivalism that it was just, my brain said, oh my gosh, these two have to go together. And so I love those big, juicy looks. And so it was just natural to have this glitzy glam version of Minnie Mouse.
Do you still have the vinyl record?
It's somewhere at my parents' house.
Okay, so we're gonna chalk that up as a yes. What was it like for you getting to bring your design to the stage, to walk the runway, to have all of us screaming for you in the audience?
Honestly, it felt like a dream. It was walking out there, the audience at the Her Universe fashion show. It's this experience where you are there with your people who understand what you are trying to say with your garments. And so it's like walking out into the most supportive family and friends. And so it's just the most wonderful, warm feeling, and you can just really bask in it and enjoy it.
Oh, that's so lovely. It's so nice to hear that. We translate that all the way to the stage. I know it's an 80s garment, but it's also like a huge, beautiful gown. And I was wondering, were there specific silhouettes or designers that you look to for your inspiration? And if you could tell us a little bit about like the construction. How long did it take? 10 days, 2 weeks, very casual?
Oh my gosh. I was inspired. So it is an 80s inspired, but I would like to think that it's an updated version of that.
Yes.
I was very inspired by designers like Dior and Oscar de la Renta. In fact, I went with a Dior closure on the back. Those were the really big, those big skirts that you see some of them now, but especially back in the 80s, you saw a ton of them.
So how long did it take you to construct the whole garment?
I think I lost count, somewhere around 200 hours or so.
Okay, sure.
I have been working on it every waking moment where I'm not at my day job for the past 2 months. So,
are you a one-person band, or do you have like pets, friends, family who helped you?
I actually, in my video, you saw one of my pets.
We sure did.
Helpful.
Yes.
So it is just me and my husband and our dogs.
Oh, that's so beautiful. So the dogs, but they're into it, yes?
They have a bed in my sewing room, and they like to supervise.
That's very Disney that you have your magical little animal who's there helping you out with it. Was this your first year entering the Her Universe fashion show?
No, actually, this is my 3rd year. So
yes, tell us about your journey.
So I first saw it in 2017, and when I saw the Her Universe fashion show, I said, oh my gosh, these, like I just said, these are my people. Yes. I need to do this. And so I applied the next year, didn't get in. I applied the next year, didn't get in. Then the pandemic hit. And then this year, when they said they were celebrating Disney, I said, okay, I have the perfect idea, applied, and the rest is history.
Okay, so you applied twice, but you got it in one on your first go.
Well, it took me 3 chances to get accepted, and I like to think my design skills were evolving during that time.
Yes, I love that. That's amazing. My final question is for anybody watching who wants to enter the Her Universe fashion show or has been too afraid to even start, what is your best piece of advice to them?
My best piece of advice is well, first of all, don't be afraid. Do it. Definitely do it. And I would say start sketching now. Sketch a little something every day, and your ideas will start to flow. It'll be like turning on a faucet, and before you know it, you're gonna have a waterfall.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much again for joining us. Congratulations on your win.